Raw sucked. Ladies and gentlemen, Monday Night Raw is in the books and a lot of people are upset, me included. I thought the show was absolutely terrible, but the question is, what did you guys think? Worst Raw of 2019 so far. Vince was too embarrassed to book Seth today for a promo. That was by far the worst Raw of 2019. WWE just doesn't understand or comprehend the damage they've done and obviously don't care about its fans. I guess the only way that they will care enough is for us to hit them where it hurts, in the wallet. Because we know with WWE, money talks. You can tell everything that happened tonight wasn't scheduled for tonight and that Vince and Heyman rewrote the show because they didn't put Rollins out there or they didn't really talk about it because they knew the crowd was going to boo Rollins out of the building like Roman was. They want us to take a week to cool down on the story before they get back into it. Tag match and main event was the best parts. Overall, 5.5. And I think that's a giant mistake on WWE's end, right? Like, you gotta make sure if you get that big of a negative response from your crowd, you have to go out there and spin it into a storyline. That doesn't mean that you gotta turn somebody heel, but you gotta at least address it, and you gotta capitalize on the fact that a lot of fans are really truly angry at the product. Turn it into a storyline before the fans start actually leaving the WWE. This was 100% a filler episode of Raw. It felt like they phoned it in and decided to wait until the draft on Friday before they put any type of effort in again. They obviously kept Rollins off the show in hopes that the boos won't be as bad when they come back next week. Also, it sounded like they piped in crowd noises often during the show, as the crowd was sitting on their hands for about 95% of the show. When you put zero effort into a show, the live audience is just going to sit there and not react. It was so boring. Apollo Crews and Ricochet was a good match, and Becky and Charlotte versus the Kabuki Warriors, but the whole show was boring as hell. 2 out of 10. This Raw is a punishment for the fans booing to WWE. And honestly, dude, you might be onto something. WWE might very well be punishing us fans for booing their main event. It was so tough to watch. Way to follow a shit pay-per-view with a shit Raw. I was at Raw last night and I have to give it a 3.5 out of 10. After Raw went off the air, my homie The Fiend appeared and attacked Cesaro. And just something like The Fiend appearing on the show would have at least give fans something to be remotely happy about. Instead, they just acted like nothing happened and they just gave the live crowd The Fiend instead. WWE, you owe us something. You owe us something more than what you provided for us on Monday Night Raw. You owe us a better show. Average at best. They didn't even want to address the disaster last night, so they filled up time with meaningless brawls between Tyson Fury and Braun Strowman that very few of us care about. Monday Night Raw is the 3 hardest hours a person can ever go through. Well, there's probably more difficult things in life than sitting through a 3-hour TV show of Raw, but it's pretty friggin' bad. It's hard to break up with WWE, the old beloved girlfriend, but it is necessary to patch up with AEW, the new girlfriend. That is one of the best analogies I've ever heard. Yes, WWE's that old girlfriend, AEW's the new one. Do you break up with the old one for the new one? After 16 years of watching, I think I'm officially done with the WWE. I'll give NXT, SmackDown, and next week's Raw a chance because I love the draft, but if they don't get better, I'm done. Worst Raw ever. This is why Vince should retire. Terrible show. A 1 out of 10 in my opinion. AEW has a great chance to pick up viewers this week. It was okay. Raw was 7 out of 10. I don't really care about the explanation. I just loved the ending and the beginning and the middle of the show. So you liked the entire show. What? The only really good match was the Kabuki Warriors versus the Women's Champions, then the rest sucked. Oh my god, it was the best Monday Night Raw episode we ever had. That main event was so good, 10 out of 10. Total sarcasm. Trash as hell. It was gonna get over Hell in a Cell. And dude, this next comment is going to address why it was not a good show. Good third hour does not make up for an absolutely boring first 2 hours. And to me, boring is worse than bad. See? Just all around a boring show. Well, it makes sense not to want to bring Seth out because of the extremely bad reaction he would get. You'd think that they would have something happen with it. Let's just hope that they set a Fiend versus Seth rematch next week for Survivor Series. Monday Night Football game was boring. Monday Night Raw was boring. So somehow I end up watching Dancing with the Stars? 3 out of 10. I can't say it was absolute crap because some of the matches were solid, but it was really a bad case of wrong place, wrong time. 3 out of 10 purely down to how badly they handled the Hell in a Cell fiasco. Pumped for NXT. Me too, Jack. And now everybody, after a historic night here on the Con Man Reacts channel, where for the very first time we had a poll end up being absolute crap, we follow up history by making more history, as for the first time ever, 2 nights in a row, a show was rated absolute crap by you guys. 16% sitting at friggin' fantastic, 10% sitting at good, 13% sitting at just okay, 7% sitting at bad, and a crazy 54% sitting at absolute crap. My God, guys, you really didn't like the show, and rightfully so. But don't let the conversation end here with this video. Make sure you comment down in the comment section below, as I want to hear your guys' honest thoughts on Monday Night Raw. I know some people out there really did like the show, and I want to hear from you guys why you truly enjoyed the show. I also want to hear from everybody who didn't enjoy the show, and I want to know your exact reasons why you thought the show was absolute crap. These are important times in the WWE, and we need to make things clear what it is we want as fans. Otherwise, WWE might start not giving us the people that we want to see, and we might just end back up with Shane and McMahon in another Best in the World tournament. I don't know. We got to be so careful. This is a rough time in WWE, but make sure your voices are heard by commenting in the comments section below. Also, while you're at it, make sure you leave a like on this video, also making sure you're subscribed to this channel, and if you enjoy my content, then make sure you come on over to my main channel, Conman167, drop a subscription over there, and come follow me over on Twitter at Conman167. But that's it here for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, I've been Con, and that was What Did You Think of Monday Night Raw?
He was gonna get over Hell in a Cell.